I recently posted a video about the basic email flows for new email marketers and copywriters, where I talked about the welcome flow, the cart abandonment, browse abandonment, birthday flow, win back flow, and I think maybe something else. So now what I'm going to talk about is more custom flows so that you can become an advanced email marketer and move from that beginner stage to the intermediate advanced stage. Now, if you haven't seen that video, it is linked here and in the description below, so check it out. And if you already have seen it, then let's continue with the custom advanced flow. Welcome copycats. This is the channel for all new copywriters and email marketers. My name is Adriana and I teach you everything that you need to know, and I talk about other stuff as well, like online business, freelancing and travel. If you like the content and if you like hanging out with me, then make sure you subscribe and you like and you share and you comment and you do all the stuff that brings more engagement to my channel and pushes it out to more people in the world. Thank you. Okay, so the first type of custom flow that I want to talk about is a subscription flow. So if you work with a brand that has, for example, subscription boxes or subscription to supplements, or I don't know what else, memberships, whatever, and then you really want to be thinking about the customers and their timeline, because if they're on average renewing their subscription every month or every 2 months or every week, you want to be talking to them within that specific time frame, and you want to be planning your emails around that time frame. So when they first get the subscription, you want to hype them up for it. You want to talk about the benefits and you want to give them a guide on how to use it. Maybe sometime into it, you want to reach out to them to get their feedback. Just before the subscription expires, you want to reach out to them to make sure that they're renewing, that they're happy, that they haven't had a bad experience that hasn't been addressed, that they're not looking for competition. So you could just say, hey, we're here to help you if you have any questions, blah, 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 and just move them in the direction of staying a customer. So it's all about retention. And also, if you have subscription upgrades, you could be targeting that. So for example, if they had a really good, happy first month, maybe you want to start directing them towards upgrading to the higher priced option. Now, the second is the almost VIP. So normally you will have different segments within your list, and the customers that spend the most and spend more frequently than others are your VIPs, because they are your superstars. They make you the most money. So you want to be thinking about them, and you want to be thinking about how you can move people into that segment, because nobody starts as a VIP. Everybody starts as the first time purchase customer, right? So they discover your brand and they buy the product. So then you want to think about the customer behavior and how you can get them to spend more and spend frequently with your brand, as opposed to going to the competition or, just not engaging with your brand at all. So one way to do that is to have people go into the almost VIP segment when they're just at the threshold. So let's say that your average order value is $30 and the VIP somebody qualifies for the VIP status when they spend $90 per order, when their average order value is $90 and they've bought more than 3 times from you. So you want to catch them just before that, when they're literally one purchase away, but they need to be pushed to spend that little bit more to hit that next threshold. So what do you do when you send them these emails? You obviously give them a bigger discount, or you think about a way to position your product so that they buy more. Maybe you want them to stock up. Maybe you want to show them some complementary products so they buy more this time. And it's going to be up to you. You have to think about that in terms of your brand and who your customer is. But yeah, it just pays off to give them that little bit of a push, because when they go into that category, they are most likely going to stay there if you keep them happy. So the next custom flow you could do is around the predicted purchase date. So this is on the Klaviyo platform. I'm not sure if the other platforms do that as well, but I'm guessing that if they don't, maybe they're working on it. But Klaviyo is a data engine and it gives you this predicted purchase date, but you can also just figure this out by looking at, your product and your customers' behaviors, and you will see like, okay, on average people buy every month, right? So if you know that somebody, for example, And this could be easier if you are selling something like supplements, where you know that, a protein powder roughly lasts a person 30 days. So I know that I can start reaching out to them just before it runs out. Even you can say that, like, hey, isn't your protein powder running out? If it's other things, then like, jewelry or accessories or whatever, then you're gonna have to basically just observe the data in your account to see how frequently people purchase. But what you want to do is just pop in at the right time, reminding them and making it easy for them to order. Maybe you can have like, hey, just order with one click. So my contact lens subscription does that just before. They know exactly how many contact lenses I've ordered, and they know when to contact me, and they just give me one button and they're like, just click that button and your order is going to be on the way. It's like a one click confirmation, which is super handy. Another custom or advanced flow that you could do is the before win back flow. So if you see that on average your customer is engaged for about 3 months and then they start disengaging with your brand, you can think ahead and you can start sending them specific messages around the 3-month mark or even before to keep them engaged, so they never actually make it to the win back segment. They stay engaged. So you basically think a few steps ahead. And that's one way of doing it. I mean, those are just some of the examples of flows that you can do, but the beauty of it is that there are no rules and you can literally come up with as many custom flows as you want. And all you have to do is just look at the data, look at the brand, look at the behavior of your customers, and you're going to get ideas for custom flows. And it can literally be anything. There are so many different ways you can trigger a flow. You can keep on collecting data. So in your emails, you can ask customers to tell you more about them, and then you can add them to specific segments or specific flows. So don't be afraid to experiment. If something doesn't work, the beautiful thing about email marketing is that you can just go back to what was working, or you can improve on the thing and keep testing and keep going towards the most optimized version of your email marketing channel. If you found this video helpful, of course, give it a like. Let me know if you have any questions in the comments below. Subscribe to the channel. Of course, I'd love to have you here as part of the community. And I will see you in the next video.